What up? What up? What up? Welcome back to No Excuse Just Result podcast. I'm your boy Lamar.
I'm Steve.
Hey man, how you doing today?
I'm good about yourself, man.
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Just taking it one day at a time, man. That's it. That's all I
Yeah,
can do, really. Just that's
I
it.
understand.
Hey,
What's up?
what you think about Tyler's dad, bro? Approaching Giannis.
Um, I agree with Giannis, right? And I actually applaud Tyrese because that was big of him saying, "Hey, yo, my dad made a mistake. I'm gonna make sure this don't happen again." Like
Mhm.
that was big because there would be some cats out there that would, stand up for their dad and be like, "Nah, Giannis shouldn't approach my dad like that." But he said, "Nah, my dad got out of line.
Mhm.
I talked to him. This will never happen again." So that right there was like that made me think of Ty Lee even
Yeah.
more like a respectable dude because
Yeah.
not a lot of dudes have that accountability. And
They ride with their pops.
right. And I mean, it was I get it was an emotional series. There was a lot of trash talking, there was a lot of fights.
Most definitely.
I know Dame took a lot of shots at Tyrese. So
Yeah.
I know there was like a lot of emotions running,
Yep.
but to run up on Giannis and taunt him, I think was like crossing the line. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But
I agree. I agree. Uh, I feel like you shouldn't have. No matter how the emotions are, you gotta leave it to your son out there that's out there doing it for a living, and just let him back it up with his game. But you inserting yourself, which you can cause issues later down the line with you not be able to come to the game if social media really get behind it and really root for it to ban you from all NBA games and stuff like that. Because I'm not gonna lie, RC Ryan Clark was I was watching him today. He was pushing for that. He was pushing for that. And um, and then on top of that, one of Giannis would have just defended himself and just reacted. Didn't know if it was a crazy fan or not, and just you know what I'm saying. You came up to him, you know what I'm saying. Who knows? And
yeah,
sometimes these guys is making hundreds of millions of dollars. They have security at their games with them, personal
yeah,
security. So if a fan try to run on court, they will assess the situation. Like you don't know if that man, if, at the end of the day, he's trained to protect that person. No matter if you're a father of another player or whoever you are, it is his job, his duty to protect him at all times. Look at Messi from Miami, soccer. I'm not trying to switch subjects. Even though they got a team security, he has his personal security at all games. If you try to run on that field, his personal security will track you down. He don't play. You know what I'm saying? That could have went left, man. Seriously, that could
yeah.
have went left.
I mean,
So
if you're talking about it like that aspect, it comes like player safety comes is what you're trying to say.
yeah, man. Yeah,
Um,
especially you out there making $100 million, bro, and you tell me to protect you at all times. I don't care if it's that man's father, his mama. I don't care. You paid me a job.
yeah,
You paid me a high salary. So therefore, I'm gonna do what I need to do.
yeah. I mean, it kind of put an ugly highlight on the game itself. Which was a
True.
crazy game, crazy ending. You
Can't take
know,
nothing from him though. But at the end of the day, he played a
oh
hell of a
no,
game.
like
Yeah,
it was a good game.
yeah,
I feel bad, for Trent, especially with those two turnovers at the end. That he was playing
right.
good, man. He had 30, but those two turnovers at the end were crucial.
I'm gonna
So you
be
feel
real.
sorry for him, but like the way I look at it, man, is like it's kind of like what you said, right? Let your son have the moment.
Yeah,
Um, you kind
that's
of
what he
made the
worked
moment
hard
about
for.
you kind of made the moment about you,
Yeah,
coming out with the poster telling Giannis this what the fuck we do. Like you made the moment about you.
yeah,
And it sucks because now now it kind of makes him kind of look like a terrible person, which
yeah. And
it's
overall, he
tough.
might be a wonderful person to be around, but he just let the emotions of that night carry him into
Yeah,
doing something. You got to think before you react. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And you just gotta think about certain stuff. I'm not gonna lie, let's not leave Giannis out because Giannis had some crazy work when he palmed Buddy's
yeah. I know.
cranium.
Giannis was definitely in his fields. He was crashing out too, but
Yeah,
that kind of goes into what you said though. Like you kind of got in that man's face, and you never know what could have happened. Like, but
yeah,
I
when he
mean,
palmed Buddy head while he
I
was talking
still,
to him,
oh
I
yeah, that
said
was
that's some
crazy.
crazy work, bro.
But
That's some crazy work.
I still look at it though, like man, you gotta. I don't know. They gonna have to figure something out. Like
Mm-hmm.
making sure that it's only team personnel, players on the court during a certain time.
Yeah,
Um, I
yeah.
mean,
KD got him one too. No, no, no,
Mama
no.
Durant don't play, but Mama Durant,
Now, I ain't. She's there, but I'm saying KD got him a personal security.
I ain't even talking about that. I'm saying I'm talking about from like the family aspect. Like Mama Durant, she'll be there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
John Morant's daddy, he'll be there. But I'm just
they
saying, like,
know the respect. They've been there. They've been there for a minute. You've never seen a Mama Durant act out of any character. Now she gonna tell you if
yeah,
your
she
mouth
talked
is
crazy to
foul.
PJ Tucker that one
Yeah,
time.
if your
Yeah,
mouth is foul, but PJ Tucker admitted, I'm wrong. You
yeah,
right. I'm wrong. You know what I'm
yeah. I
saying?
mean, they ended with "I love you," which was
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
No, but I mean, it's kind of like what you said, right? Like you have to have a decorum.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, your son did his thing, right?
Yeah,
Um, he pretty much won them that game,
yeah.
down the stretch. Like he was cooking whoever was in front of him.
Bruh.
And now you kind of put a bad light on that great game that he had because now the focus is not necessarily on your son and his game when he got it's on you showing your ass.
Yeah,
So, it sucks. I think he has to he has to control himself, man. Like I know you excited. I know your son, you know, took out somebody who's been trash talking him the entire time, and I get that. But don't run up on people on the court, man. It's that's a no.
yeah. That's a big no. I would say at the end of the day, you gotta watch it. You gotta control your emotions out there, and it happens in corporate, non-corporate, in the streets, out of the streets, wherever you at, grocery store, wherever you at the pharmacy. It can happen
Yeah,
anywhere, but you gotta control yourself. You gotta
yeah.
you gotta think. You gotta think sometimes out there. Now, if he would have went to Giannis and said, "Man, you played a hell of a game. I'm a hell of a
That's
fan,"
different.
I
That's
think
different.
Giannis. I think
That's
Giannis
different.
would have respect that. Like Giannis would be like, "Hell, you know what I'm saying?" Giannis
That's
would
different.
adapt him up. Like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
different. Yeah.
Because he recognizing game. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, boy, you a hell of a player. Hey, I appreciate you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I mean that's two different things, right?
yeah,
Like you said, like people are gonna respect somebody coming
yeah,
to them with respect. Like, hey yo, hell of a series. You played your heart out. Keep grinding. You'll get them next year. That's different than this. What the fuck we do?
yeah,
Like that. Like you taunting and
yeah,
and I mean I understand Giannis gonna get pissed because he like you didn't put one basket. Like you didn't put one basket on the scoreboard. You didn't
yeah.
make no assists. You didn't do no rebound. Bro, get out my face. Like
Because
you just sitting there.
If Giannis would have palmed his head or
Yes.
slapped that would have been that'd
Yeah.
have been crazy. So, but all I say is this: moral of the story is you got to control your emotions, and that's anybody. That's including myself.
Yeah.
Anybody. We got to control our emotions and think before we react about
Yeah.
certain things. Despite it may be a loved one or whatever it is, we always got to assess the situation because at the end of the day, we're not in position like those people because they do have millions of dollars to get out of
Yeah.
anything. You know what I'm saying? But if you're the normal 9 to 5, you grinding at it each and every single
It's a,
day to,
it's a respect thing too, bro.
yeah,
Even if you
just,
ain't in the NBA, college, high school,
yeah,
AAU, like don't run up on people on the court, man. Let the kids play the game and then
yeah.
move on. Because at the end of the day, it's just a game.
Hey, show is, man. So look, that's it for this segment. I'm your boy Lamar.
I'm Steve.
Hey, we appreciate you joining us, man. Make sure you drop a comment, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.